And of course, we're talking about the Buffy series with Dark Horse, and that brings me to Joss Whedon's Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. And the reason that came up is because I just read an article in Entertainment Weekly about it, where they were saying that...
Does it matter that this says stop on there?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's running.
Okay, better be.
That the whole issue with how they marketed Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, they didn't try to go to everyone. Mm-hmm. They went towards a very specific audience, to the people that they know are Joss Whedon fans and all those. And it went over huge. The Red Eye superhero tournament that finished about a week or so ago. That
who won?
Buffy. Buffy won. They were posting on Whedonesque.com. They were posting all over. DarkHorse.com did a release on their MySpace page. And the Buffy fans came out and voted in force, to the point where it pissed off a whole bunch of fanboys that were accusing the Buffy fans of cheating. Okay, so you Buffy fans who were saying that not the Buffy fans, the fanboys, those of you who were saying that the Buffy fans were cheating and that they were using bot programs and stuff. And I said it time and time again as I was moderating the whole thing, that the Red Eye folks were watching that and dealing with the bot programs. So,
and really, I don't think that there's any more. I don't think that there's a more committed fan base than Joss Whedon's fans.
Joss Whedon's fans, yes.
You know, I went on and voted for Buffy every time too.
Yeah,
half just to piss off the comic book fans, but mostly because that's how it should have been.
But what happened was, when it finally came down to, I want to finish a thought about the bot programs, when it finally came down to the final vote between Buffy and Spider-Man, you did not see these tremendous vote bumps with Buffy. And we had pretty much dealt with all these bot program issues with the voting. So, you know, if the Spider-Man fans had just turned out, or if even the fanboys who were so ticked off about how Buffy beat Batman, beat Superman, the Silver Surfer, they should have turned out then. And my editor Kurt Wagner told Joss Whedon at Comic-Con that Buffy had won the superhero tournament. He was really pleased about that, and he gave props to the fans. He knew it was the fans that did it. Yeah. So, I mean, that is a very devoted fan base, as evidenced by the success of Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, as evidenced by the success of the comic book. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on, you know, let's give them props where it is. And I think if companies would go back to that basic approach, go towards those fans that you know that are out there, give them something that they want. Mm-hmm. You know, give them the things that they've been waiting for and craving for, they'll respond. But comic books in general these days try to appeal. They're like Hollywood. They try to appeal to too massive an audience.
Just a shotgun mentality of just spreading everything out there, hoping something sticks somewhere.
Yeah, and which is, if you want to get new readers, if you want to get casual readers, fine. But let's face it, folks. Comic books today, as they're written, are just prohibitive towards casual readers. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't pick up any... I can't see, among all the mainstream stuff, nothing jumps out at me right now that I could say, oh, I'm going to grab this, I'm going to give this to, you know, a friend of mine, tell them, hey, read this. Female readers, too. You know, there's so many female readers out there that right now the only thing they can stomach is manga. Mm-hmm. And why is that? You know, why is it that manga speaks to them, whereas where American comics can't? What are we missing?
I don't know, but I mean, you look at like as far as a female fan base, though. I mean, that's more than I'm sure it's more than half of Buffy's readership, and Umbrella Academy was the same thing. I mean, you just have to do something different,
right?
You know, and it's just buck the trend, and you'll. I mean, that's what Dark Horse. And again, not to get back on this, but that's what Dark Horse does. Is they try a lot of different things, and about 80% of it kind of works.
And, you know, I'm this is tickling me in the back of my brain right now, but I have a feeling that if DC decided to follow through on the Batwoman series, having an openly gay, iconic character, it would take off. Right. You know, all things considered, and
get Joss Whedon to write it.
And, good luck.
Well, he's done with Marvel, so maybe he can do some. I thought I read somewhere that he might want to do something with DC.
Well, Dan DiDio, I mean, I know you're already thinking about this, but getting Joss Whedon to write a Batwoman comic,
that would be pretty cool.
Would rock. Ooh, maybe there is something going on and we don't know about.
Maybe. I mean, you take
wishful thinking,
but you talk about like trying. You know, if you want to get that book off the ground and you want to hit the ground running, I mean, you get Joss Whedon and you get everyone who reads Buffy to pick up that book. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, another female protagonist, like in Joss Whedon does that very well, and I mean, obviously it's going to have a different spin, different tone to it, but I don't know. I don't know how that book doesn't do well for the first 6-issue story arc.
Right. Joss Whedon on Batwoman seems like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
And we'll end this segment on that. We'll see you in the next.